Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. All Smiles Over Here. I am Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm going to try not to keep y'all long, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm going to do what? Keep on talking. Listen, the golden nugget today is counteracting fear, which is other words, overriding it. You want to override fear. What am I talking about? Well, y'all know yesterday I told you guys that fear is the first sign of defeat, and I told you have to keep a wet kind of mind, a positive mind. And in that, some of you guys are having a positive mind, but you're not having the right amount of it to counteract, to override the fear. You get what I'm saying? So I want to give you some examples to help you keep going along your day and along your journey to making sure that you really override fear, kick it out the door, and you can be successful in pulling in your manifestations. Think about it. I think I'm gonna give you two examples, actually three examples. The first example is if you drive or if you have ridden with somebody in a car, right? Somebody is in front of them driving extremely slow. It might have been you. You may be the one driving, and somebody's in front of you driving extremely slow. And you know you're on a timeline. You're trying to get somewhere, whether it's to work, to the grocery store. I don't know. You got somewhere you need to be at a certain time. So these people are driving slow in front of you. You need to go around. You need to go around, but there's a solid line. Y'all know the solid line. That means the traditional rule. You can't go around or what have you. But you know you're on a time crunch. And you think, I need to go around these people. And then you look up and you see that on this certain road, there's a hill, a slight hill approaching. You know how it is with hills. You don't know who. You can't see what cars are coming up towards you so that you can gauge whether or not if you have enough time and space to get around the car in front of you. So what do? You're thinking about that thing. You know you can do it. You feel in here you can do it. You feel I can go around. I know I can go around them, right? And so you made the conscious decision to do so. And just as you're making that decision, fear pops in, because why? You don't know the gauge of space of time that you have to go around it. So your heart, fear is right here, going like this. But what is your right foot doing? While this fear is going like this, your right foot is applying pressure on that gas pedal, on that accelerating pedal, right? And the more this is doing this, the more your foot is going down on the gas pedal, which is giving you what? Force to keep moving forward quickly. And you finally do what? Get around that slow car, right? And then once you're successful to getting around the car, you realize that, oh, I did have enough space and enough time to get around them. And then you realize there wasn't a car right there at all, or the car was there, but you had enough time to get around it. You have to apply it just like that. The same amount that fear gives you, you give double. You push further. You say, I don't fear. I know what you're doing, but I'm doing this. You giving an ounce, but I'm giving 2 ounces of what I got. You giving 1 ounce of your fear, I'm giving 2 ounces. You giving 2 ounces of your fear, I'm giving 4 ounces. You won't do twice as much. Why? Because if you do just 1 of 1, if fear is giving 1 ounce, you give 1 ounce, you just kind of like neutralize it. You haven't really passed it. You just settled. So you want to go over that. You get what I'm saying? The next example, you may decide you want to go to an amusement park, right? Well, there's this huge big ride. I've talked to y'all about me and my kids and my husband, all of us being on amusement rides, right? Okay. Well, you may decide you want to go to Disney or to Six Flags or to Universal or to any other place that have, huge amusement rides, right? And roller coasters and stuff like that. And you see that thing and you go, man, you see everybody laughing and screaming and having fun. You're going, I believe I can do that. I want that fun. I can have that fun. I can have that fun. You're looking up and you see them screaming. You see people just having a good old time. You're like, I can have that kind of fun. I want that kind of fun. You get up to the line. You get in line and you're waiting and you're waiting. And the closer you inch up, your heart, fear goes. Right? Fear is there. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's me. You too. Oh my goodness. The closer you get to the person said, okay, let me see your ticket or let me see your whatever. And the closer you inch up to it, your heart just goes, whew. And you kind of want to talk yourself out of it, but you're like, no, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And listen, by the time you get up there, you get on the ride. The person lets you in, you get on the ride, and you're like, whew. You take a deep breath. In your mind, you know it's going to be fun. You know it's going to be a successful fun, but that fear is going, that's a big old drop, girl. It's going to be a big old drop. Man, can your heart take that? Can you? And fear is just, and what happens is as soon as you take off on that ride, fear is there, but you start to go, whoo! You start screaming and having fun. You start pushing past the fear and just start realizing the beauty and the fun of the ride in itself. And before you know it, you're screaming. You was initially gripped like I don't know what on that bar, but as you going down those hills and come back up, you find yourself where your hands are up and you're going, wave your hand like everybody else. And then by the time the ride is over, you're gonna be like, dog, that was quick, that was it. And you realize that you got your fun. You overrode what? Fear. You counteract the fear by what? Pushing and putting in all that happiness and all that joy and all that positiveness to where you were just free. Your hands were up, you were waving it and just screaming and doing it and having fun. You overrode it, right? Now the third example I'm gonna give to you is, I told you guys before that fear never comes up, nothing ever comes to block you unless they know you're going to make it, unless they know you're going to succeed. And that's how fear is. This is the prime example. Think of soccer. If you're playing soccer and you know it has to be two sides. Well, if this one side get a goalie, person's at the goalie, they're gonna block it. They got somebody at the goalie, they're blocking so that nobody can get a shot in, right? Well, if a team never gets a goalie, they never gets a score at all, then at a point that team gonna say, you know what, we don't need a goalie for this team. We just need to be present, because they don't ever make it. They don't ever make a shot. We don't need anybody blocking the shot. Goalie, take a break, get a lunch break. This team never makes a shot. This team never scores, and then they wouldn't have a goalie there at all, because they said that this team never scores. So if a team never scores, then there's no need for anyone to block, anyone to be there to guard. There are no needs for goalies or umpires or people on first, second, third base or defense team, defensive team on football. You don't need anybody blocking for basketball. You don't need any of that for hockey. You don't need that. You just don't. You don't. Why? Because that team never scores. But the thing is, because that is not the case. Because team scores, they need somebody to do what? Block. And that's what fear does. Fear comes there to put you on pause, to stop you, to block. Why? Because it knows that you are going to score. When it's scoring, it knows you're going to get your manifestation. So when you feel fear, that should be your option to say, oh, I'm feeling this because fear is present, because I'm gonna be successful at this. I am gonna be able to do this. I can do this. I can lose this weight. I can jump out of this airplane. I'm gonna do that one day, y'all. I hadn't decided when, but my husband and I, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna jump out of the airplane with a parachute, okay? But you can do that. You could do a lot of things. Fear is just there to hinder. It wants to stop you from doing it. Because I told you, nothing blocks anything unless it knows it's going to do what? Make it. So keep that in mind. I want you guys to counteract, in other words, override fear. How to override fear. And that's just putting in double of what fear gives you. Put in double of what fear gives you. If fear gives you an ounce of fear, you put in double the work. You put in double the positiveness. You got it? You go in overtime. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all got the gist of it, but I want to go in here and give y'all some examples. Yesterday, I told you guys that, and then later on, he came to me. I said, wow, I should tell them that they should be able to override fear, that they should be able to do all this, all of this stuff to counteract it. You counteract it by giving it more, to pushing back. Like tug of war. You have somebody pull on one side, they're pulling. Well, if you don't pull, then the other side wins. You have got to give it all you got. When they pull hard, you pull harder. And you're like, this is mine. I'm the winner. I am winning this thing. I am manifesting this thing. fear you have no place here at all. So you guys, give it your all, counteract by overriding fear. And remember the examples. Anytime you feel your heart or your mind starts saying you can't do it, that's fear talking. You're not going to be able to do it. You know you don't have experience in it. You know you really can't do that because you weigh this amount, or you're not skinny enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you don't have this, or you don't have the right type of clothes, or you don't have the right type of car, or you don't have the right type of eyes, you don't have the right type of whatever. You get what I'm saying? Override it by saying, I know you're lying. I got this in the bag, because if I didn't have it in the bag, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be talking that negative in my ear. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all caught the gist of it and got the gist of it. And if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. I doesn't look like I talk y'all ears off. I'm almost at, well, I'm at 11 minutes right now. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Talk to y'all soon. Be blessed. Stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.